if you go back to 1989, the Tiananmen massacre, the three things that the Chinese Communist Party learned during that time was, one, the Communist Party was under attack by elements within China in league with the United States. Two, that openness was great for globalization in terms of science and technology and economics and finance, but in terms of ideology, they needed to pour a whole lot more into what they were doing in order to prevent their population from becoming democratized. And three, if the party ever became separated from the people, that the party would fail. And you can see that there's a definite paranoia on the part of the party in terms of not wanting to make sure that while their people are very advanced in terms of the technology and the business models with regard to the e-economy, they're very cautious about that kind of getting out of control. And so I think, they are still, in their minds, perfecting their ability to control people, but at the same time, they're concerned about, at any moment, this thing could become unraveled. So it creates this kind of,
They really believe that.
They really believe that, that it could, at any moment, the party could essentially lose control because the population essentially awakes, and so I think it plays into that paranoia.
Yeah. So are they more concerned internally for it to collapse, or somebody from the outside to come and penetrate and confuse them and divide, from within?
I think it's a combination. It's a combination of internally in terms of do they have legitimacy in the eyes of the people, and then what are some things that might, in their minds, confuse the people in terms of, democracy or human rights or civil liberties. The other thing that really happened, and you mentioned 2008, and it's important because it's not only the paranoia that they have, but also if you go back to Deng Xiaoping and what he said about hiding capability and biding time. Mm-hmm. This is not a change in what the Communist Party, who they are. It's really in 2008 when our financial system essentially said that we really don't know how to run global finance, that they really believed that they had arrived. And so there's also an element of they've been, having to play second fiddle based on the century of humiliation and the fact that, they were the dominant society for 5,000 years. They had 100 years of bad luck, and now they're back on top. They're ready now to essentially take a leading role in the international system. So, part of that goes with not just, that vibe is not just with, how they treat their population, but also how they treat the West, how they treat foreigners, because there is an element that says we're not going to back down anymore. We're going to stand up for what we believe, and we're going to make a name for ourselves in the international order, and we're going to fight to have our interests respected.